Now I'm going to start this course with a very important question. First we must ask, what is a self-identity? And I quote, self-identity is how you identify yourself. It is your perception of specific and selective traits, qualities, abilities, and characteristics that represent you. Now what does this mean? Let me give you an example here. When you think of a sportsman, let's say a boxer, a basketball player, a bodybuilder, they mostly see themselves as a sportsman, right? They don't see themselves as an IT technician working a desktop job as a sportsman, right? Well, that is exactly it. You will never accomplish a goal if your self-identity isn't aligned with it. You will never lose weight if you see yourself as a fat person. You will never become wealthy if you see yourself as a poor person. At this point of the program, you now know that your self-identity is the foundation for your success. If you're not currently taking notes with a piece of paper and a pen, I advise you to do that right now. The reason why you can't achieve the goals which you've set for yourself is because you have not adopted the identity required for you to claim the success of your goal. If you don't feel worthy, you won't be, and you most definitely won't do the work required. So how can we change the self-beliefs about ourselves in order to change our identity? Well, first we must consciously think about who we want to become. And when you take the time to think about this, I don't want you to start thinking about all the materialistic things this new version of yourself may or may not have. Because it will be impossible for you to make the shift in your identity if you don't have the materialistic things in your life. You must take the time to think about all the personality traits which this new version of you is going to become. Pause the video now, and I want you to write down 10 personality traits which this new identity has. Then return to the video. Now this is very important, you then want to write down the core reason why you want to make this shift in your self-identity. Now you must be very honest here, because the reason you decide to make this change is going to influence you the next time you feel like giving up. The next time and every time you feel like this old version of you is coming back into your life, I want this core reason to pop back into your mind. Now the reason you're reasoning for wanting to implement this change is the most important part, because the next time you feel like giving up, your brain will give you every single excuse it can to justify giving up. And if the reason isn't strong enough, you will go back to your old self. This is why this is fundamental. Pause the video, take the time now to think of the most powerful reason for wanting to make this shift in your self-identity. Then, return to the video.